feeling any sort of energy that brings you down, you need to, get up from where you're at, and you need to step outside into nature. Because I've noticed with myself, when I'm trying to do something for myself, be another man or try to get to a goal, a lot of times I get flooded with self-doubt. You're not good enough. What any thought that's related to that, or just feeling low energy, low motivation, the need to escape by getting pleasure, because I don't feel good enough at this moment. And I noticed that a cure for that is to step outside and if you can't walk, drive, whatever, run, I don't know, but get into nature and get lost into nature. Get lost into nature's expanse, the life that is everywhere. I hear birds, I hear bugs, I see green, I see tree, I see different plants, I don't really see anything else, but it's just a bunch of, a bunch of trees, and I guess I only hear one bird now. But there's life all around me. This is Earth. Like, if we didn't have the ability to build anything, Earth is just nature. Everything is, like, there's no, it's just this. Not maybe this, or ocean, which is also nature, but everything is just nature. So, and we come from nature. Like, we didn't always live in towns, villages, cities. So, if you feel these, if you feel this low energy, if you feel this motivation that is gone, this negative self-image of yourself, head into nature. You will know who you are. You will know where you come from. You come from this earth. If you come from this earth and you think you're not good enough, then the earth isn't good enough, because everyone at the end of the day all comes from the same thing. We're all the same thing. Everything is the same thing. If you really think about it, everything comes from one another. Everything is connected. So if you're less than someone or better than someone, if you think that, it's not true. Because we're all going to die. We're all ending up in the same place. We're all going to either get burned or, decompose, or, I don't know, maybe frozen if our technology is that good. But anyway, our body's still going to disintegrate or go back into nature eventually. Maybe some bodies will be preserved, but eventually those bodies they're going to morph into something else. They're going to, or not morph, but everything within that body is going to go somewhere else. Not disappear, not vanish. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know the exact, I don't know what happens to those materials, the atoms of that. I don't know what happens, but I do know that they don't just disappear. So every atom that makes us, every fiber in our being. All right, anyway, I'm continuing this video because my phone disconnected. But every fiber in our being all comes from where everything else comes from in the known universe. Everything, if it's within this plane or whatever, everything has to come from the same thing, right? Because oxygen, came out of space. The rocks that, make up Earth, that make Earth a planet, come from somewhere, and then the plants on this earth come from everything that was needed to, create them on this planet. So like everything comes from something, like the only, and then I'm alive because, I'm able to eat the consume the nutrients that this, planet that was once many rocks and that all came together, whatever. Like, anyway, like, you are connected to so many thousands of years of just existence. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. Time? What is time? Just, I don't know. But it's like we've always been here and we're not going anywhere. Maybe our consciousness, I don't really know what that is though. Isn't our consciousness also from where everything else is, anyway. But it's like, that's why, stepping away from where you are and returning back to, returning back to earth, returning back to nature. I mean, if you follow the same logic that I'm using, sure, like, I guess homes are technically nature because they come from nature, but it doesn't do the same thing to actual nature. It's been transformed into, humans shaped it. Nature wasn't shaped by anything, or it was shaped by many things. Shoot, there's a deer coming up to me. No, I mean, it's just nature does something different to your brain. Like it does exactly what I was saying. It connects you to who you are. And who you are is who are you? I don't know. Who are you is what everything else is. And nature is everything else. I don't know. Nature does something that connects, And I don't think you'll be happy if you don't know who you are. I mean, I would lose motivation if I really didn't know what I was doing, why I'm doing this. If I kept on thinking those thoughts, if I thought in that way, what am I even doing? Who am I? I would quit or I would stop, and I would be sad. So I think, being in nature, when starting to think these thoughts, it kind of sets you back on the right track of, I know who I am. I know the reason why I'm doing this. Maybe I can't even explain it into words, but I know in my heart that this is the right path or this isn't the good right path. And then you learn something new about yourself. But nature, and then it allows your, gut. It allows your, your logic that, isn't, I don't know what it allows your soul to speak. Always listen to your soul, by the way. I don't think it lies. Trust the soul over the mind. The mind is important. Yeah, your soul knows what's best for you. Because it comes from, exactly what I'm saying. It comes from the same thing that everything is, else has come from. It's, it's that time that's being spoken to you. That doesn't even make sense. It's hard to explain. I don't know how to explain it. We won't be able to explain it. I don't know. But you will understand what you need to do, your purpose, the task ahead of you. Should I continue going on this path? You will know that once you retreat, into nature and you get lost in it, and be in nature, not on the phone with your, this is fine. This is not bad. It's just, I feel like you don't really truly get the fullness of nature until, you're lost in it for, a long time. Don't get lost so you are in danger, but, I don't know, like, just have fun, just explore. Anyway, man. Peace, guys.